What's up, Ice Gang? I'm Cheyenne. I'm back with another video. Period. If you're new here, hey girl. On this channel, we talk about how to become the best version of you, okay? And we also talk about, navigating life in our 20s or 30s, whatever stage, without compromising God, your morals, your values. So, and we sprinkle a little bit of self-care here and there, and just different lessons that we're learning as we're going along the journey. So if you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button. Now let's hop straight into the video. So I'm in the season of my life where I'm open to just different careers. So right now I'm in the education system, and I love doing things with passion. So of course I love that. However, I do want the coin as well. So I dabbled into the IT technology realm, like a little bit, like the years prior, because I was just like, the technology field makes a lot of money, so let me just, check it out. So being that my sister knows that also, that I'm also like open to wherever the money resides to, she decided to send me this tech fair, right? So boom, right? I was like, okay, let me just, go in a tech fair, see what it's about. It was kind of like a off of the whims type of thing. So y'all don't quote me on this. Like, for me, when it comes to jobs, I'm sorry about that. But for me, when it comes to jobs, I'm not supposed to be, misleading y'all and saying this, but it's my channel. Sometimes you just gotta lie. Sometimes you just gotta lie and act like you have experience and all of these different things. But in this one, I wasn't prepared for it. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go and tell them what I have experience in and see if they will get me. So when I went to this particular tech fair, it was only like 2 vendors, right? It was a younger person and an older person. I'm guessing the nonprofit have these job fairs consistently, so it was only 2 this month. I came there just professional. Yeah, I had my resume, but y'all, my resume was not even tailored to like a IT or tech resume. It was just my average resume. That's how unprepared I was. So of course I went to the younger one because I feel like we could relate a little bit more and things of that sort. This person, he looks really young, but he's in his 40s. I'm like, yep, that's how you know black don't clap, period. But I went to his booth and I introduced myself, I pitched myself to him, and then he began to explain to me a little bit more about the role. Now tech lingo is different from average lingo. So right then and there, as he was speaking and talking a lot more about it and things of that sort, he started making me feel a little bit more comfortable, because the way that he was speaking formally, but I can tell it was more so of he wants to speak to me informally. Like he was just doing it for a cover-up. Like he would be like, so yeah, a little bit about this position, stuff like that. This just don't pay like that. Like, I wouldn't do this company instead. Like, he was giving me the real honest stuff, so it made me feel comfortable. And I told him I do want to lead with one thing about me. I'm an open book. So, but in this situation, I know you're not supposed to do it, but I told him straight up, like, I don't really have much experience in this area. I do have experience when it comes to like quality assurance, which is another form of IT. However, I am a person that is very coachable and I am willing to learn, and yeah. And I told him right now I'm in the educational realm. I do want to I'm also in the process of getting my MBA, and he also has his MBA. So we spoke a little bit about that too, just a little bit. And he was like, oh, I do think I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to transition into like a new career field. I think I might have a position for you. I just need to make sure this person leaves or whatever fully. And then I could probably put you in, send me your resume, all that other stuff. And then he typically what do when it comes to job fairs anyways is follow up. But he was like, oh, I'm gonna follow up with you and tell you a little bit more. So in my head I was just like, period. And he is a director as well, so I'm like, okay, bitch, I think I got this thing in the bag. Then I spoke to the other guy. We spoke for a little bit. The older guy, we spoke for a little bit, and I got his contact too. So later on that day, the younger guy, what we gonna call him? We gonna call him, if I was to describe how he looked, y'all, he looked like mother freaking Safari. He's very handsome, he's tall, and he's a bad man. Like, he Jamaican, okay? Jamaican. So, boom. He calls, but I'm not paying attention to that. I'm not paying attention to how handsome, how fine he is. I don't care about that. All I care about is, are you gonna hire me or not? So he calls me like a couple hours later, right? And we spoke on the phone. So now where he was like, oh, now I can like talk to you. Now I'm not in a professional environment, so I could talk to you like how I normally talk and stuff like that. So he was talking to me informally, kind of like cussing just a little bit and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. I'm trying to like still keep things professional, but I was also still asking him about just some of the different things that he did. Like, he has his MBA, which is the Masters of Business. He was giving me a whole bunch of advice because this guy, he's older, like he's in his 40s, but he looked like he's in his 30s or 20s. And then he was like, oh, then we started talking about me a little bit. Oh, what area, like what realm? I'm like, I teach high school. He got kids too and stuff like that. And yeah, so it was a simple, cool conversation. It was like, oh, he want to talk to me more about, I guess life. So I'm like, okay, cool. I was still asking him about like the position and stuff, and he was telling me how his company, they don't pay good and stuff. I'm like, what do you mean? I thought IRT, but he had to go, so we was gonna follow up in a different convo. So I noticed that he would text me good morning, like still contact me a lot. And I'm like, why does he keep following up with me? But I'm not thinking of it. So boom, we spoke again, and this time he was with his kids, and we was talking about kids and stuff. And I was like, okay, like I was kind of like do like this mental health check too. How are you? How are the kids and kids, the mom? Like, is everything okay? And he was like, oh, I'll tell you a little bit about the mom like a little later. He said he wanted to set up like a meeting and stuff like that. So in my head, I'm thinking this meeting is about to be, okay, I'm gonna sign like papers and stuff like that to get me in there. And he's updating me that the guy is fully gone. That I'm supposed to be taking his position. The guy is fully gone. So period, let's get this off. Like, we went to a taco spot. Normally I would thought like a coffee shop, but we went to this taco shop, and I came there looking professional. I had my resume still pinned. I'm just ready. So I come, I sit down, and he sit next to me. So he's dressed regular, and I'm just like, what's going on here? Then I seen him, in my head I'm like, is this like some type of a date or something? Because I don't get it. He's just normal, and he sits next to me. He don't sit across from me, he sit right next to me. So I'm just like, yeah, hello, how are you? And then I was asking him, what does your position entails, like, or the position that he want to give me entails. Just asking him a little bit more about the position to see if it would fit with my mother freaking lifestyle and stuff like that. And then and then we started to get to talking about like personal life. So out of nowhere, let me let y'all know, the way that this guy speaks, he probably threw up, meaning that he talks a lot, and the way that he talks, it kind of like goes into circles before he makes a point. But he's still very direct, like not direct, but honest. That's something I like about him. He's 100% honest. And boom, right? He's 100% honest. So I'm asking him a little bit more, then he out here talking about me about this, that, this and that, this, that. And next thing you know, he's just like, I don't think I'm good for you. I think I'm no good for you, like relationship standpoint or whatever. And I was like, okay. And he was like, oh, I want to be like, I like to be raw and transparent with everybody and stuff like that. And in regards to like my kids and their mom and stuff like that, I'm married. And I'm like, and he was like, and I have a, and I had a girlfriend. I had this girlfriend for like 4 years. 4 years. And, but he was like, oh, but he really, I'm sorry, y'all. It's not funny, but like, it was fun. Like, the way that I was so sassy, I try to keep like a normal face. Like, I was in shock. I was in shock. Because speaking to the person, to me, even though he was very handsome and stuff like that, with the way he spoke and like how he's a director and stuff like that, I would have never thought like that he was that type of guy. I thought, okay, this guy's a married man with kids. The minute you say kids, it's like you already X'd out my motherfucking mind. And also, when it comes to business and like money and stuff like that, like I don't care how fine you is. Can you get me into the door? Like, that's all I care about, for real. But anyway, so he was like, oh yeah, he had a girlfriend for 4 years, and he has his wife, and of course his wife does not know, and he's really interested in me, and he sees this long term. This is not like a quick smash and pass type of thing. He wants to like build with me and stuff like that. He don't usually mix business with pleasure, but he was like, oh, this could just be pleasure, or this could be business. Whichever route you decide to pick, you know, you let me know. But, you know, he started touching my thighs, and I'm just like, sassy. The way that it felt like, I felt like I was in a motherfucking movie, bitch. Like, I was like, wow. Well, I appreciate you being honest with me. I appreciate the honesty. I ain't gonna lie, this gonna sound effed up, y'all, but I told him I'll think about it. But I knew already in my head, it's like a
fuck no. And I'ma stand on that.
It's because one thing about God don't play about marriage. He don't play about marriage at all. So I don't ever want to be a mistress, or even the fact that she doesn't know or whatever. What do I look like wrecking somebody home? The karma that God, I've been developing the fear of the Lord. I know marriage is one of his like biggest ministries that he don't play about. So for me, even after the date, I was just like, I told him I would think about it, because I was like, I want the money, I want the job and stuff like that. But I'm like, I'm not hell. I already knew. It was like the real answer was no. So boom. I got my free meal, I got my drink or whatever, and I left. And after that, he called me, and he was just like, oh, I sent him like a voice message, and I was telling him, I don't think this is gonna work. God doesn't play about marriage. You seem like a sweet person. However, I don't want to continue this and stuff like that. And I wouldn't want to hurt, you know, the girl. I wouldn't want to hurt the girl. I wouldn't want that to happen to me. Like, no. And he was like, oh, let's talk about it some more or whatever. And then he was like, after I sent the voice message on like stopping this, and he was like, oh, let's talk some more, I blocked him right then and there. I just wanted to say this story time because I felt like I haven't had no action in my life, and this was kind of funny to me, and I just wanted to tell you guys some of the things that I learned. Oh, no, rule number 1, got to play about marriage, so don't even try. I don't care how fine he is. I don't care what the vibes is. Don't do it. Number two, it made me a lot more proud of myself because I just led with integrity and transparency. And I feel like in this generation, that is so hard for people to have. So, God, if you see me, I'm waiting for my blessing because I could have, but I didn't. You feel me? Learn that what God has for you is for you, okay? And a part of my channel is to not compromise your morals, your values, and the things that God has placed, for us. Never compromise that for money. And I feel like in this season, I'm starting to realize how money does play like a big value in my life. And there's nothing wrong with money, but it's the love of money. And it's the money will cause you to react or just do things that you're not okay with. But what God has for you, seeing these things, I know that God has like a blessing on my way because I did not compromise. And you don't have to. What God has for you is for you. So you might want this specific high-rise condo. Whatever God has for you is always a lot more. You might want this high-rise condo and stuff like that, but God in his hand, like he's like a condo. Like I have a house envisioned for you, and you might get the condo, but like you want to be able to do things within his will, and going through stuff like this, I feel like are little tests to see if you are ready, or like you would pick him over your flesh or over the money and the desires that you want. So for me, that's what I learned, and that's also what I got from it. Yeah, but I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.